The vision for the AT11 is really to solve a customer problem. There's a whole universe of equipment where cellular-based asset tracking would just not be realistic. So for example, smaller handheld tools where physically a cellular-based asset tracker might be too large to install or maybe cost prohibitive, whether they're in field services, construction, even transportation and warehousing. We've heard a lot of the same sort of themes.
Customers were losing millions of dollars worth of equipment every year. Folks on the team actually, including myself, would meet with customers. We learned that theft and asset recovery were obviously like big use cases, inventory management, and then lastly, like making sure that people had tools ready so that job downtime was reduced, and that if we were to build a tracker like this, it would deliver a lot of immediate value to customers.
The AT11 is one of the first asset tags that's actually industrial grade in its performance and its reliability.
The infrastructure had to scale from day one. So not only did our system have to be capable of building and processing millions and millions of data points, but it also had to do that really, really quickly. So we could provide the most up-to-date location of the assets our customers were wanting to track.
Started off small, a couple of the firmware engineers, just prototyping, seeing if this is actually going to work or not, and ultimately actually built something for our internal hackathon called Samsara. It was kind of magical.
When designing an asset tag, especially for an industrial environment, the biggest question is going to be how do we properly balance size and its inconspicuous nature versus its ability to handle rugged, tough environments.
It's cool for a lot of reasons. It's super tough and rugged. So if you look at the backside, there's no moving parts, there's no button, there's no battery door. The whole thing's just a tank. That's really intentional because these things get knocked around, they get dropped, they get thrown, they get beaten up.
We did hundreds of hours of power consumption testing to make sure that the device can last more than 4 years. And all that was done at different environmental conditions to make sure that the device works well at low temperature, at high temperature.
You're not just working on software features in a vacuum. You get to look at the whole life cycle of the product and then be involved in bringing value to our customers from the very beginning.
The thing that I personally am the most passionate about is just ensuring a high bar. And I want to make sure that I'm delivering the customer a solid product. Ownership is also, it's a privilege that the company gives us in hardware on this team.
AT11 is a significant step to digitize the world of physical operations. With this small form factor, customers can track almost anything. So you can expect that the pace of innovation is going to get faster from here on. So stay tuned.